I'm your host Taff, and this is Taff FC. Now, where do I even start? Arsenal are 14, with 4 wins, 1 draw and 5 losses. This is their absolutely worst start to a season since the Premier League was established in 1992. And when I tell you this video was primed, absolutely primed for me to make fun of Arsenal for a solid 10 minutes. It was, but I'm a grown up, I'm mature, and I'm responsible, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to analyze different personnel, different systems on how to improve Arsenal. So Arsenal have only scored 10 goals this season, which is less than Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Heung-min Song at the time of the recording. They've scored less goals than Leeds United, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Fulham. They've created less chances as a team than Sheffield United. Bottom of the league, Sheffield United. And they only have 1 point this season and have only scored 4 goals. Before the game this weekend, they had scored only 1 goal from open play in the last 6 games. They failed to score in 4 of those games. Aubameyang looks like a shadow of his former self. Watching Arsenal play is like watching paint dry. And I'm not even being cruel or anything. I don't think any Arsenal fan has genuinely enjoyed watching their games, since the season has begun. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at 4 different personnel, what exactly you are looking for to improve Arsenal, what they bring to the team, what qualities they have possessed, and how they've shown them over the seasons. And yeah, these are my 4 players to help improve Arsenal. Now, the first player we're going to look at is a player that most of you, if you play FIFA Football Manager, probably already know. And his name is Dominic Soboslai. Dominic Soboslai last season managed to get 9 goals and 10 assists in the Austrian Bundesliga. And this season he already has 4 goals and 5 assists, including a hat-trick over the weekend. Now, the most important thing about him, he has a 25 million release clause and is almost certainly leaving RB Salzburg in January. Now, the problem with this type of signing is he is the most sought after player or youngster in the league. He's only 20 years old. He's a clutch player. He scored a goal dribbling from the halfway line. And he had a dead finish into the bottom right corner against, I believe it was Iceland. It was Iceland. And I just think he has a poise, he has an arrogance about him that would benefit Arsenal so much. But there's a lot of competition to get him, and I don't think Arteta or Arsenal at this point in time have enough pull to pull him in. Now, my next option, he's not quite a household name, but he's still a fantastic footballer, and it's Gaetano Castrovilli. He's only 23 years old and plays for the Italian club Fiorentina. And despite Fiorentina really underperforming this season, he still amassed 6 goal contributions in 9 games from midfield. Now, Gaetano Castrovilli, can play in as a number 10, as an attacking 8 in a 4-3-3, or as a left midfielder or a right midfielder, in a 4-2-3-1 or in a 4-3-3 as well. The most important thing about Gaetano Castrovilli is not only does he have a fantastic passing range, but he's so brilliant with the ball. Since last season, the beginning of last season, he's averaged 3.3 completed dribbles per 90 with an over 70% success rate, and he's completed 94 dribbles the whole of last season, which is more than any other player in the whole of the Serie A. Now, if you analyze this, you can tell Gaetano Castrovilli, not only is his stats fantastic, but he also passes the eye test. He's such an aesthetic footballer. He can evade the pressure, he can create space for the forwards to run into, he can manipulate the ball in all sorts of ways. He can bring a different dynamic to the way Arsenal want to attack on the counter or when they have possession. He's got fantastic vision And I think bringing him in just changes the whole dynamic of the way Arsenal Football Club. Now the next player is a personal favourite of mine, and he also plays in the Serie A. It's Udinese and Argentine midfielder Rodrigo de Paul. And Udinese are also underperforming, but his productive stats are fantastic. Last season, he amassed 7 goals and 8 assists, and the season before, he managed 9 goals and 9 assists from the attacking midfield position. And if you're doing that in an underperforming team, once you go a step up, your stats are probably going to get better as well. He's only 26 years old, suggesting that he's probably yet to enter his prime. He's a fantastic dribbler. He can create space as well. He can play off the left, he can play off the right, and he can play straight down through the middle. This season he's already completed 21 dribbles in 7 games, which is almost 3 dribbles completed per game. He's got 27 shot creating actions the whole season, which is the 10th best in Europe this season. And for context, the highest in Arsenal has only got 14. So Rodrigo de Paul, he's a fantastic and a classy player. I just believe if Arsenal can also bring him in, it just changes the whole way Arsenal function. It's sort of like an Eden Hazard type of player who's got that impact on the game, without necessarily having to score or assist, and his productive numbers are top notch. I think this is probably Arsenal's best fit, and he's valued just under 40 million, and he'd be an absolute bargain for the Gunners. Now the next player might be an odd option, but he's still an amazing and a fantastic player, and it's the Brazilian West Brom midfielder Matheus Pereira. And I think he's probably the most cost-effective option on this list, for the sole fact I think West Brom and their barcode kit are definitely going to get relegated. And provided they do, it's going to be a bargain. And Matheus Pereira has got this pure flair and this pure technique ability about him. He's created 36 shot creating actions this season. For context, Sadio Mane has created 39, and this is in a West Brom team that are devoid of creativity. He's got this flair, he's got this samba about him. He's completed 18 dribbles. Last season, he had 8 goals and 17 assists in the championship. And I know a lot of you say it's just the championship, but it's still a competitive league, and a lot of players have made the step up from the league, carrying, that consistency, such as Patrick Bamford. I just think it makes the most sense for Arsenal. He's a fantastic set-piece taker as well, as seen as with his free kick. His game against Manchester United, where he completed 4 nutmegs, which is the most in a Premier League game since last season. I just think there's so much to say about this kid. He's still 24. He's performing in a struggling West Brom team. He already plays in the Premier League. He already knows how the Premier League works. I don't think the step up will be too far for him. I think if Arsenal can get him, they surely just might become a top 10 team again. So those are my 4 players. I hope you enjoyed. Comment any other players you suggest. Maybe in a future video I can look at them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, really helps the exposure. I really enjoyed this video. It's my first type of video I've done like this. Comment any other teams. I should do something similar with this. And yeah, I'm hoping to see you soon next time. My Instagram is somewhere here or in the description. Thank you so much. This was a fantastic video to make. See you soon.